Hello. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, to this video, if you want this channel to actually grow, I will encourage you to please share this video so that others can benefit from all this teaching by capsulates. So as I was saying, I'm talking about things to consider before you file for divorce, before you decide file for divorce, yes, before you decide to break that marriage, that relationship that you have been in for all these years. Things to consider. I would say one thing that I always consider first is children. Yes, you have to consider your child. Consider the children before you get angry and become irrational and say, I am getting out of this marriage. No, consider your children, because the children that will suffer. Yes, in the developed world, like the developed world, yes, the Western world, if you file for divorce, the children, there will be alimony, and then they'll take care of the children, will be taken care of, money will be sent on a regular basis. But in Nigeria, in West Africa, in Africa, well, that thing is not really visible like that. So yes, because if you try to fight for divorce, you might just suffer. The man will just marry somebody else, and before you know, they've gone to one place that you will not see them. You will not see them again. And so it is really hot, but here it is. It's just like two countries decide to join together, or two CEOs. If the business breaks, it will affect the business. If it will affect the customers and all that. So you have to consider your children. They say if two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. Yes, the children that actually suffer this thing, because sometimes the mothers may not have to deal with that. When you are really angry, say, I don't want your money, I don't want your house, I don't want your this, I don't want that, get away, I can live without you. Yes, sometimes it is. Yes, you might actually meet a better man or a better woman than the person, but sometimes you can still marry 4 or 5 times and not still be able to get that particular person you actually want. But out of irrationality, you start regretting. So you have to consider your children, because the children are going to school, changing of location, changing of friends, changing of houses. It is psychological well-being. Marriage is something that, let's say, a stable home produces stable children. Yes, it is, at least it is a higher percentage right. Yes, a stable home brings out stable children. So you have to consider your children. Will this thing affect your children? Will it affect their psychological well-being, with their self-esteem? Will it affect them socially? Will it affect them financially? Will it affect them otherwise? So consider your children first. Consider their well-being first before you file for divorce. And the second is to consider your own health. Can I actually cope? Yeah, you say you can do that, but can you actually cope? Have you considered your health? Most times you already have high blood pressure. That's why you see, after some divorce, after years of divorce, you see that the man dying or the woman dying, or the man is in serious health situation, or the woman is in serious health situation, and they are just pretending. But it affects a lot, because the sleepless night, sometimes it's months of sleepless nights, sometimes it's years of sleepless nights, yes. And so that can affect your health. And once your health is bad, it can lead to diabetes, it can lead to high blood pressure, it can lead to kidney diseases and liver problems, because the depression that happens during this time, the depression that happens during this time, the sleepless night and overeating. Consider the health aspect, because if you have been sick before, if maybe you have these internal sicknesses before, divorce will not be good for you. Yes, so yes, so the guy is this, or the woman is this, unbearable. It will not be good for you, because it can lead to more of it. Because divorce leads to, because it's like you are breaking the phase of your life. You are starting a new phase of your life. So if you actually sleep, it means that you were not even in the marriage in the first place. Because when you have not, you didn't consider that marriage your family right from the one. If you didn't consider it, why did you waste time going to the altar? Why did you waste time knowing the family, knowing everything? Why? So consider your health. Check your health if you can handle it. If you cannot handle it, sometimes you can just stay. Yes, stay. There's nothing that cannot be sorted out. Consider that. Yes, consider your health. Then the next thing you should consider, have you ever considered going for counseling? Yes, multitude of counsel there is safety. Bible says in the multitude of counsel there is safety. Most times in Africa we don't go for counseling. Yes, sometimes a little talk and a little understanding of that situation and there won't be divorce. Meet here, most times it's good to go to the pastor, but meet a professional. Go for counseling. Can go for counseling. When you see that these things are not working in your home, the day that two of you play, go for counseling. Even though on your own go, but sometimes it might be the man's fault, it might be the woman's fault. So what do I do? I really need to. What do I do to stop this aspect? No, one thing about human beings, we don't really want to take blame for anything. Sometimes if you actually consider this, you might discover that it's actually your fault. Whatever is going, maybe your kind of temperament or the habits that you have actually learned over time. I know of a lady that she as a lady she does not flush toilet. She toilet and will not flush it, and that became a problem that led to the divorce of that marriage. She does not flush it and it irritates the man. She say okay, why don't you just flush it now? What is it now? You enter the toilet to the toilet, a woman. Even though you are not a woman, is it not disgusting to watch somebody else's poo? Check it out. So watch out also. There are some habits you took on your home that we are not seeing, but there it is that you are with a spouse that takes it as something. It might be somehow to you, but can't you let go? There's nothing that cannot be let go. Yes, outside your life and health, there's nothing that you cannot let go. What are the attributes that is really consider these things? Okay, if you say okay, it's sexual, sort it out. Narcissist, okay, get a better job, apply for, hold on and trust God for a better job and apply for better jobs. If you know that it's finances, go into other businesses that will bring money. If this home, cut down your expenses. Yes, cut down your expenses. So go for counseling. So when you go for counseling, it helps a lot before you can actually consider divorce. Another aspect is in Africa, you have to consider your family, because if you say you just want to leave that marriage like that, your father and your mother might find different. I have seen people that they don't talk to their parents now, but their parents are there. What are you leaving? This guy is a good guy, this woman is a good woman, why are you leaving? Say I cannot again, maybe because of sexual issues and all that. You see the family is getting angry. Yes, in Africa, when you marry, you have married the father and the mother of the boy. You have married the father and the mother of the girl. You have even the siblings are in attached. That is it. You say the fact that we are trying to, because of movies, internet, and social media today, you feel that your life. Africa, we are in this geographical region of the world. Our marriages is linked to our family. So consider your family. What will your father and your mother say to us? You say my father and mother are not marrying the person and they don't understand. But it can lead to your mother's death. The blood pressure, your mother over sleepless night, going for prayer meetings, one prayer meeting to try to hold your marriage together. It can lead to serious ill health of your parents. It can lead to even serious ill health of your siblings and others. And sometimes maybe your brothers and your husband or your sisters and your wife, they've been partners. They become partners of particular businesses and they've liked themselves, but two of you are no longer compatible in both. Two of you can no longer marry, and so this thing will also affect your sister, will also affect your brothers that are partners, and then you have affected the finances of that trade, that line of family. You have affected it. Yes, most times in-laws do businesses together. Most times they are emotionally there for each other. Yes, I know of somebody that the mother-in-law died and it affected her so much, but the mother-in-law was the backbone of that marriage. Not as a backbone that she's the one that brought them together, but whenever she is in emotional, she needs emotional support, she runs to the mother-in-law. Whenever she's in she needs financial assistance, she needs the mother. Whenever she needs someone to hold the children for her so that she can actually go and do whatever she wants to do, because she was not actually working in that same town that she was living with her husband. The mother-in-law calls and says, bring the children to me. The mother-in-law put the children at the back of the car and take them to wherever she is, and they hold the children for her. Mother-in-law, You say, okay, mother-in-laws are bad. There is one, I'm giving you an example. When she even died, I myself, I cried because I've not seen that kind of mother-in-law before. She when she wants to eat, when she's the woman, when she sits with the woman only know her issues and say, my dear, what is wrong? Say this. I say, babe, forget it. And you have me now, we sort it out. They sort it out. And so when the mother-in-law died, she felt it. She have not been able to recover. The mother-in-law have died more than 6 years now. She have not been able to recover from that death. It's like her own mother that died. So it leads to that. It leads to family. Our marriage in Africa is attached to our families. Yes, sometimes you have, we mostly have good sister-in-laws that men, they when they are coming, you will know that they are coming. They come to the house with so much goodies and your children, you're happy. They come, they help you with house chores, they help you with your things. Say, what do you have? Ah, man, what is that? Or my wife, my in-law, hey, they hail you. You both are together, you are in party, you are enjoying yourself. You have so many months. But when this thing breaks like that, that chain was somehow, you cannot really play with them like that. That friendship will really not be there. Even your father-in-laws that are so nice, that they are so caring and nice, you can't really, you can't really flow with them because you understand that. So consider what it will do to your family. Consider it before you actually file for divorce. Another thing, consider your religion. Consider your faith. These days pastors are just divorcing anyhow, and you need to wonder what is it that the Bible say except is in infidelity. Your wife didn't do infidelity, your husband even didn't do infidelity, even that there's forgiveness in it, because you didn't go out to sleep with another man or another woman. Here you say you can't cope with a woman. You don't even consider your faith. It's so painful how people don't consider their faith anymore to just go and fight for divorce. It has become, even in the church, it has crept into the church that divorce has become normal. Pastors are divorcing their wives are divorcing their husband, choir master is divorcing themselves. It has become normal. It ought not to be so. As Christians and as believers, Bible says, woman, be an example to the younger women. Let the older women be an example to the younger women. What are the examples you are giving? Are we saying marriage is becoming nothing? Are we saying marriage is becoming nothing? Marriage is something in the eyes of God. If God would have seen that marriage is nothing, he would have stopped it ever from the onset. Even when he destroyed the world, marriage continued. But God needs this family. God needs us for the next generation. Until Jesus comes, he needs us. So why don't you be an agent of God's work? Yes, try as possible to work things out. So these are the 5 things I've actually put on ground to consider before you file for divorce. So as a woman and as a man that actually wants the marriage to work out, that actually wants to live in peace within yourself, yes, you say, okay, if I stay alone is better. Do you think so? If you think that staying alone is better, comment down below. Let's hear your comments. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you for viewing.